As always, welcome back to the XRP Insider channel. Today's video is about XRP. However, I will refrain from saying great world in this video. I want to express my sympathy to the Charlie Kirk family. Charlie Kirk was a terrific man. He spoke the truth and was always seeking the truth. Using violence because you disagree with someone's viewpoint does not make you a good person. Rather, it makes you a vile coward. Even if I didn't use the phrase great world, we do, in fact, live in one. As it occurs, there are a lot of bad individuals in the world. Charlie Kirk, may you rest in peace. On the one-day chart, we can see that XRP is currently trading at $2.98. XRP had yet another successful day, and it appears that we will soon begin to see further upward movement. I continue to see calls for this significant reversal. Before we take off, is this the time we've been waiting for? Bitcoin is currently displaying a lot of strength as well, sitting back above 113,000. Although it appears like the upward trend for Bitcoin is just getting started, we haven't reached that point yet. As XRP holders, you know that this is the moment we've been waiting for. And when Bitcoin reaches a new all-time high, it will be confirmed that alt season is about to begin. We're actually staring at the finish line, which is what we always wanted to do. In fact, we are that close. The upcoming months will be extremely hectic. We will be examining our portfolios more than ever before as XRP holders, since we will be witnessing the value of our investments increase daily. And I promise you, this is it. In the near future, anyone who is not involved or is still watching will come to regret it. Many predict that when the Fed lowers interest rates, the breakout will start. Hopefully, that will occur. Another delay occurs as the SEC postpones staking decisions for Ethereum, ETFs, XRP, and Solana funds.
And are they postponing this to align with the Clarity Act, a bill pertaining to market structure? Are they attempting to align that with the ETF's launch timeline? We're not entirely sure. All I want is for the SEC to approve these spot ETFs sooner rather than later, since I am confident that we will both become extremely wealthy once they launch. We really are that close. With more than 150 million AUM, the 3iQ XRP ETF, XRPQ, is currently the biggest in its class on the Toronto Stock Exchange. This indicates that there is a need for an XRP ETF, yet I keep hearing folks in the mainstream media claim that there isn't much demand for ETFs outside of Bitcoin. What a bunch of bullshit! The demand is clearly evident, which explains the large number of applications for an XRP ETF. Companies are currently making treasuries of XRP alone, but they don't believe that there is any institutional demand for it. SEC Chairman Paul Atkins said that the moment for cryptocurrency is here, and that the majority of cryptocurrency tokens are not securities. Additionally, he revealed his idea for a super software that would combine all cryptocurrency transactions into one framework. Although I approve of the spot ETFs now, I enjoy the direction this is moving. He's right. Let's finish this. The moment for cryptocurrencies has arrived. They are becoming a part of everything, and the future lies in utility-driven cryptocurrencies. They are the ones being incorporated into the financial system as a whole. On September 17th, the Fed is anticipated to lower interest rates by 25 basis points, which could increase market risk appetite. Awaiting the SEC's ruling, XRP is structurally coiled. Serious institutional inflows and long-term structural support for XRP could result from this. It might be time to go if he lowers rates on September 17th, which is when everyone is anticipating it to happen. However, I've seen some people claim that day would probably see a dip in XRP, as if it will increase and then people will start selling out. That has happened before, but the Fed lowering rates is a long-term phenomenon that will eventually drive this market higher. It would be even better if he went at least 50 basis points. That would undoubtedly move the market as a whole. However, I do not doubt that some people will sell whenever XRP slightly increases in value. Following the end of the SEC case, you invariably witness a sell-off followed by a rapid market recovery. Massive XRP trades are being made by Ripple. The amount of XRP being transferred is millions. Are they getting ready for large-scale partnerships or widespread adoption? That caught my attention too. All of a sudden, there is a lot of XRP in circulation, and a large portion of it originates from Ripple wallets. In the background, something significant is developing. A lot of significant movements are taking place in the background while we watch the market and hope it takes off as quickly as possible. It all began when the SEC lawsuit concluded, and I don't think I've ever seen this much XRP movement before. There's going to be something. You can see the Ripple logo in Apple's new iPhone 17 right here. The XRP community then starts discussing how much XRP an iPhone costs, estimating that it would cost almost 2,000 XRP. At that time, XRP was only about 50 cents, but the Pro Max version was worth over 2,700 XRP. Today, when XRP is only $3, the same devices are noticeably lighter. The regular iPhone 17 costs 333 XRP. The Pro costs 400 XRP, and the Pro Max costs 466 XRP. Although I personally would never sell my XRP to get an iPhone, I do believe that a lot of products will eventually be priced in XRP. What is the price of that house? You will have to pay 150 XRP for that. What is the cost of that vehicle? That amounts to 75 XRP. We are moving toward that future. We will eventually make payments straight from our cryptocurrency wallet to the merchant's wallet. All of that will require institutional and widespread adoption, but it demonstrates how far XRP has already advanced and how we haven't even begun. From here, we have a long way to go. As Russia threatens a crypto cloud reset, the price of XRP would have to hit 983 in order to erase US debt. We won't be using XRP to pay off the debt, in my opinion. They intend to disperse the debt widely and tokenize it. In addition to devaluing the US dollar, they will permit anyone from anywhere in the globe to invest in US debt, including retail institutions. That, in my opinion, is when the new digital dollar will start to emerge. Although it's already here, I believe you'll notice two systems. In addition to the new digital dollar backed by gold and the current system with the petrodollar, they will abandon the current system. Simply put, it will vanish, along with us, and our debt will follow. What I'm saying is that I believe they will just reset the debt. However, XRP is designed to accomplish much more. People constantly consider how much XRP would need to pay off debt, this and that. You must keep in mind that XRP was created to transport valuable goods globally. Because it provides on-demand liquidity, banks are able to reinvest all of their Nostro Vostro funds. In earlier videos, I made certain forecasts, and people told me, "Richard, you're crazy. It's going so much higher." It's a lot greater than people realize. Observe what Jake Claver stated regarding the 2,500 XRP. But I must draw your attention to the fact that he outlines the necessary steps to reach that goal in this 1-minute film.
So let's talk about XRP because I bought a chunk. What happens if it goes to 2,500? What needs to happen for that to happen?
There's a lot of things that have to, that's the requirements for that to happen. A lot of people just tell you, oh, there's, flip a switch, get out of here with that stuff. There's actually global macroeconomic events that need to play out in order for that supply shock to take place to push it to that value. And that's what it would have to be. There's supply and demand economics. People look at total market cap, but in reality, it's whatever the supply is on the market for purchase that drives the liquidity and the market dynamics and value.
But can't they make more XRP?
They cannot. So originally there was 100 billion. XNS was what it was originally called, minted June 2nd of 2012. And they black holed that account. So what that means is nobody has access to it. They can't get back into it. They can never mint more. Nobody can freeze the XRP. It is locked at 100 billion and 5,000 of them are burnt every single day. So it's literally the only deflationary asset besides like uranium on the planet.
But that makes it more valuable.
Yeah.
He is correct in saying that he does not think there is a flip of the switch moment. However, according to Black Swan Capital, XRP will immediately surpass $1,000 as the banks exit the testing phase. It will require a bit more than that, in my opinion. I believe we are already in the early phases of it. Corporation after corporation and nation after nation will be putting restrictions on XRP, and at the same time, scarcity will emerge as demand keeps growing. Although there are a ton of catalysts for this cryptocurrency at the moment in this cycle, I believe that's what will actually drive the price of XRP. I still think that if we don't see a utility operate, it would be as if it doesn't start. If we continue this cycle with the catalyst we currently have, it will happen in the near future. I continue to believe that a potential 3-digit XRP is in the cards. The ETFs are the key. It also boils down to how fast institutions move into this area after receiving regulatory approval. After that, we begin to examine ISO, which is going to be the game changer. Given that ISO will also be significant, how much value is it providing? I'm telling you this because the price of XRP is still too high. It's rising far more than people realize, and this is just temporary. However, I believe that they will wait for everyone to jump out before raising the price. In other words, people will be selling their bags at 5, 10, 20, and so on along the way. As those people are leaving, believing that a significant pullback is imminent, I believe they will simply raise the price. If they were to sell their entire bag, they would be buying back maybe half or 25% of their original bag. As I mentioned earlier, there is nothing wrong with making a profit. But if you must, I would wait until after the ETFs go live. Additionally, I would wait until the price really jumps up, possibly in January, as everyone is calling for the top that arrives in January. If you were to take a profit in January or February, I still believe it will be significant, because the money in the ETF will be a steady stream for a while. I don't think the pullbacks will be as severe as many are demanding because of this. But, wait till everything is finished. Thank you for watching, everyone. Thanks to everybody. The next one will see you.